Today we're going to make some Pandesal, which is a favorite in the Philippines. It's usually a breakfast roll, and they would split it open and put, well, whatever they want to in it, meat or butter or jelly, jam, or they would just dip it in their coffee, or they do dip it in their coffee. It's an all-around sweet dinner roll, and we're going to make some. And with the meatballs that I'm cooking right now, I think we'll make some meatball sliders with them. See how they turn out. I'm going to first start with my flour. Now this is cake flour. If you don't have cake flour, you can use all-purpose flour. It just won't be quite as chewy, or 50-50. A little salt and some sugar. Turn it up. I'm just going to have it stir here and get that so that it's fully incorporated. Okay, I'm going to get out my mixer, and I'm going to put in a bread hook, and we'll just turn that on. Because next we're going to add some lukewarm milk, egg, and some melted butter. Spatula. Keep feeding it flour until it's got it all. It's going to make a nice dough for us to work with. Yeah. It's starting to form and getting hard enough, so I put my yeast in now. This is active dry yeast, and we're going to make sure that that mixes in and incorporates really nicely. And then we'll be ready to lay it out and knead it until it becomes firm and let it rise a little bit. Okay, here's our dough, and it's quite sticky yet, but I'm going to pour it out onto a floured surface. Now I'm going to put a little flour on my hands and see if I can keep it from sticking too much. We're going to want to fold it in on each other and knead it. After we knead the bread for a while, it should firm up a bit. Add a little more flour if you need it to firm up further. Then we roll it into a ball, put it into a greased pan and grease the top or oil the top very lightly. And then we're going to put some cling wrap over the top, or if you have a baking towel, you can put a baking towel over the top and put it in a warm area of your kitchen and let it rise till it's doubled. 30 minutes to an hour. So here's our Pandesal. It's on its way to doubling. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. So we'll give it a little more time to double some more before we move on to the next step. Okay, as you can see, it's about doubled. I'm going to oil up my hand just a little bit, so hopefully it won't stick quite as bad. We need to punch it down and cut it in half. Once you got it cut in half, we're going to knead a little bit and roll it out into a roll. Okay, now we'll cut each of these into 6 equal pieces. Roll them back into a roll, into a ball. Roll them in some breadcrumbs. We have young Sheldon singing in the background, and here's what they look like before they need to rise again. One last time, we'll cover it and put it on top of our stove, which is toasty warm, and hopefully in about 15-20 minutes they'll be ready to put in the oven. Our meatballs are done, and we'll have a meal. Well, I think they've risen on. They're going to rise here. And I'm going to put them into a 370-degree oven for about 15 minutes. And we'll be ready to eat. Okay, the Pandesal has been just teasing me with the smells of fresh bread, and there they are. They look very nice. We're going to put them up in a bowl and we're going to serve them with our meatballs. I'll see you around the dinner table. Okay, I'm going to start. We have some pickled beets, which are straight out of a can, but I tend to like them. Petite meat doesn't too much. I'm going to grab a couple of these meatballs. I'm going to eat one or two the regular way, just eat them, and then I'm going to grab some Pandesal rolls. I'm going to have a Pandesal roll by itself, maybe with a little butter, and then I'm going to take one of these and make a little slider out of it. So let's start with, so now the Pandesal, open that up. Oh. I'm going to use butter on it. People put butter on it, put honey on it. I'm going to use butter right here. Oh man, that looks good. Good. It's a little more dense than I thought it would be. It might be because I used cake flour. Next time I'll use all-purpose flour. But that being said, it's a good roll. It's good. And butter is perfect with it. Although, so if there wasn't so much sweet already, I'd say honey, go with it. But we've got enough sweetness going on. And try this one, the slider. Cut this one in half. Cut my meatball in half. It's a little slider sandwich. They said these would be great for appetizers at a party, that you just put toothpicks around, or made into little sliders just like this. And great party little finger food. It's good. It's really good. I do stand by, I wish there was just a little crust on the meatballs. I think that's what's missing. Other than that, it's a good meal. Thanks for watching our video, or videos if you watched both of them. Please subscribe and see what we got coming up next. It may be more food. We've got to get out and get fishing. It's starting to be springtime, so we're going to have some fishing videos coming up. So just keep subscribing. You'll get notice every time we've got a new one going up. Thanks and have a good evening.